And while all the guys were up on stage doing a great evening from the Monday Night Music Club, Ed mentioned Linkin Park. And you know, Linkin Park, I mean, a guy that played saxophone got up and did some sort of mashup of 2 or 3 different Linkin Park tracks, which was excellent. And it reminded me of my eldest son's first gig that he ever went to was a Linkin Park gig, and he came home from school and he said, Dad, I want to go and see Linkin Park. Fair enough, son, I'll get you 2 tickets. So I got 2 tickets for him and me, of course, so we go along. Went along to the venue, we're queuing up outside to the venue, and there's my eldest son, head to foot, Linkin Park, me, head to foot, someone's dad, you know. Up above us at the side of the venue, the windows open, and the singer and the other guy, so Chester Bennington and Mikey Shinoda from Linkin Park, hanging out the window, shouting to the crowd, waving. The sun was made up. Good way to start the gig. It was an excellent gig. Everything went well. Fine. This is early 2000s. Bounce on 15 years, and Linkin Park are huge. They're playing all around the world. They're playing stadium gigs, and everything's gone well. Huge sales all over the place. Sadly, Chester Bennington has gone through a few rough times, drink, drugs, well-being, that sort of stuff, and he's still doing well, but he's not so good. So he had a very good friend called Chris Cornell, who played in other bands, who sadly in May 2017 took his own life. So that's a sad thing to start with. And the next gig Linkin Park played, they played a tribute song to him, which is called One More Light, which some of you may know. It's a fantastic song. Sadly, even more so, 2 months later, Chester Bennington decided to take his own life. And 5 years on from that, I wrote this. So that's the story behind the whole thing. This is called A Flick of the Switch. Is this the life that everybody's always dreamed of? Is this the voice inside your head most every day? Creating space for all the stories you're afraid of without the strength inside to blow it all away? Are these the smiles you had to travel on your journey, diving deeper in failed attempts to analyse, never standing long enough to reach the breakdown and cast adrift within the darkest of your skies? Is this the time you took for granted as a future, when all this emptiness would scatter to the breeze, or just a coat you wore so heavy in your waking, you only felt it as it brought you to your knees? And all these questions stacked, disfigured in frustration, and any unity comes easy to divide. The crowds of people hanging around your every corner, collective hands are raised as one to be denied. Who sets the trap to spring in perfect isolation, then cuts the wires, unties the knots, rips off the tape, discharging screams for you to use in your confession, a small concession contradicting your escape? With every spotlight there's an easing of reality, and every chorus sees blood chasing through your veins, that in the end will see you lost to all this fiction, and just the shell of all you had is what remains. A final insignificant moment in a lifetime. The switch is flicked, the chair is kicked, you close your eyes. The crowd swings back and forth between prophecy and betrayal, a sterile witness to such a list of long goodbyes. Thank you.